Hey, Dimitri. So, we're taking a look at your in-between updates. Hello to everyone else out there as well. We're taking a look at essentially how we're going to, in level 3, exit out of the NEONIX factory and what the kind of parallax layers in the city looks like coming out of this entrance. So, and one of the things I like to do when I get ready to look at our art reviews is I like to look at it in Engine. So here we are at the bottom, and what we're trying to focus on here, it's interesting, we got a little bit of a little gap here. I'm still working on that. And we added a little bit of parallax to the front plane here as well. And this is just my rough version. Oh, that's weird. What is that? That's such a weird rendering error. Huh. Weird. Very weird. Let's see here. Let's try this again. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, so with this pillar here, we've got a little bit of, like, just a tiny bit of parallax to make it feel like the structure is as luminous as it actually, or luminous? Not luminous, not bright, large as we are expecting, or as we're trying to convey. So the other thing that we have here that we've got a real challenge with is because of the way this works, it basically looks like the entrance is sort of flying along with you, which is bugging me a little bit because it's breaking our notion of parallax. We might just have to say we have to go with it, and or we bite the bullet. I know, Dimitri, you're not as fond of that, of essentially building out a parallax layer that, or a bridge layer that then leads into the city, and that way we can kind of separate the scene so you don't have that weird cognitive dissonance, because we're basically breaking the rule which says, like, things that are closer to you generally move faster than things further away from you, right? And we kind of break that rule a few times here and there, and it definitely catches some people. What I did as well is, Dimitri, I don't think having the bridges coming through, I think having a reduced parallax, or having a little bit more space, I feel like when we have these bridges closer to the exit, that the bridges are, I think they only exacerbate that, like, weird feeling of speed impression from each of the layers. I think the city, like, as both you and I agree, the city feels pretty good at this kind of level and the speed. All right. So now that we've got that kind of in here, and by the way, I'll just show this again because I started playing with this, and Dimitri and I are kind of going back and forth, and it's a whole thing. So, and I think it's this actually. I'm not going to keep it here, so we're close enough. Something like this. Yeah, it's over here. All right. We also have some not perspectives, we have layer issues in terms of visualization. So here you can see, like, the bridge is truly catching up to the statue head. And I think that's probably, that affects me more in terms of my perception. So I know, Dimitri, you wrote in the card that we don't need to paint the end caps, but I think we do because we have to exit. We can't always have just one. Because of the way the manual parallax layers work, they're going to move at different speeds, and we can't create enough of a cover plate to kind of bridge the scenes to cover that kind of space. It's a whole other thing. So I think that we're still exploring, and we need to figure that out. Okay, but let's do the fun part. All right, so here we go. We're going to get the sync. Come on, get me a sync. All right, cool. We got that here, and the assets are, so we've got the alpha fix, and we've got position update. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this, not save, so we don't get any conflicts with the level file. Going to pull. Come on, let's go pulling. I'm a tired guy. It's been a long day. All right, and let's open it up. All right. It's going to do a data asset conversion as well. I think we're going to go back to the test level 2, so not a big deal. We're going to do stuff. Come. Updating the assets. Come on, assets. Let's get updated. Oh, nice. Okay, so I did remember which level we were in. Okie dokie. All right, so first, let's just take a look, shall we? I don't think we have anything major there. I can probably start here. Okay, cool. So like the bottom floor is good. God, the NEONIX is so awesome. And we got this weird like tentacle ropey thing there. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, I think those bridges just don't work at those speeds. I think we're gonna need an end cap there. And I think we just paint the city parallax to give that. But let's take a look here too. Let's let this thing flow. We're calling this erotic architecture. It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. And it's only going to get better. We got some weird popping thing. I've been seeing that. I'm not sure what that is in the parallax layer. So we got to check that one out. It's in this, it's down here. If I do this as a stop, yeah. I think it was kind of down in this plane, and I maybe one of these, so. I like that the billboards and the different. Oh yeah, see, there it is again there. Do I have I don't have replay recording going. Okay. Let me see. Yeah. So, I think we have to get rid of these. And I think we need a little bit of an end cap. Let's take a look here. I can sort of say, look, the building is so large and wide, maybe. Like, it doesn't really make sense, but I'm not going to over-index on it. If I do that, I'm just going to go crazy. So, but let's do this. Let's see if we can find kind of a happy medium. But I think I already said to you, we didn't get a chance to meet this. Yeah, so I think I'm okay with that. I think that's pretty close. I think I already said to you that I think the new 3D kind of geometry to sort of offset the buildings to make our 2D planes look like they have more depth is good. I like where we're going with the city itself. And I think I answered all your questions. So, yep, yep, agree as well. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check this in, yeah, I think that we've got plenty to work on. So, but I think we're still definitely struggling. And just as a reminder here, I know we talked about it last week, right? Like one of the big key turning points for us is that when I think it's over here. Did you see that I added these? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so then we need to think about what this. I think this is pretty much the remainder of the city. Technically, I think we still need the promenade for the red light district. God, this stuff is gorgeous. These are for the entrances for the. Oh yeah. Oops. God, what is this? I'm starting to go Trello card blind because we're overloading our cards a bit. Yes. Yes. Yeah, okay. I got to remember that, and this is so cool, by the way. So this is kind of our idea of the, so we got a few screens here, probably 4 or 5, probably 30-ish seconds type of thing. Then we have this, which I think we're feeling pretty good about the way this is going to come together. And then we kind of got this pass down we need to think about, the exit from this sort of red light kind of bazaar. And then we're already kind of working in this section. Mid boss we'll figure out. It might just be like an in motion mid boss, which I think will be pretty cool if we can kind of pull that together. And then, yeah, and I think, this is the gist of it. So we're really homing in on what this is going to be. So, and I think in that last section of the city is the big one where we work on the buildings, for the foreground, the enemy entrances. So I know we're not there yet, but my job is to continue imagining what things are going to look like in that space too. All right. Thank you very much, Dimitri. I like where we're at in general. I think we can make that kind of compromise. If you have suggestions or comments or thoughts on the matter here, and you've made to this point in the video, feel free to reach out to us, to leave them down below. We read them all the time. And yeah, these are things that we struggle with. We have a lot of, it's part of the craft, and it's a lot of times it looks a lot easier than it is. And so trying to figure out when we break the rules is always a challenge. So talk to you soon. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Bye.